everybody, and welcome to this special on the Sun transiting in the constellation of Pisces. So, this year the Sun transits in Pisces from the 14th of March right up into the 13th of April. So yeah, this is based on Vedic constellational astrology, which takes into account the precession of the equinox. So in short, the Earth moves a little bit and its positioning to relation to the constellation shifts. So ultimately, when in Western astrology signs in Aries, technically in the sky, it's actually in the constellation of Pisces. So yeah, so anyway, so when the Sun's in Pisces, we can become more imaginative, intuitive, compassionate and creative. We can become more psychologically and spiritually or even intellectually aware and open. Negatively, it can make us want to escape and moody and temperamental and manipulative, wanting to ignore red flags. We can manipulate or be manipulated, and sometimes we may want to be used and abused because Neptune can bring out our sort of like sensitivity, and this is why we can run into the realms of our addictive behaviours or of indulging in drugs or alcohol and stuff as well. Negatively, psychologically, it's a time to connect with our deeper emotions and just be honest about our wounds and our psychological and emotional and spiritual traumas, and just instead of numbing ourselves to them, and it can be hard, but ultimately, using music or dance or gaming or being creative in some other way, helping yourself to just heal on some level is the best use of this energy, and just having more empathy to yourself and others, and maybe taking some time out, do yoga or tai chi, meditation and mindfulness and stuff like that. So now I'm going to talk about the specific aspects that the Sun makes when it goes into Pisces this year. So firstly, the Sun's making the semi-sextile to Mars, so all of these aspects that I talk about now will flavour this year's Sun in Pisces for the month it's there. So ultimately over this month we can become more assertive. This energy supports us in being more motivated, but it can make us more sexual and physical, because Mars is our energy drive and the Sun's our ego and drive as well, so it's like double drive. So although it can make us have a lot of enthusiasm, we can start new things and burn out quickly, but it can make us more passionate and open to self-expression and standing up for ourselves. But we just have to make sure that we don't cross other people's boundaries, be impulsive or reckless, and just watch out for aggression from other people as well, and try and heal conflict positively and use this energy more in a productive way, and use the energy of the Sun semi-sextile to Mars, or the solar energy, we can tap into it. So just using it productively, helping ourselves become more efficient in the way we come across to others, because sometimes it's not the way that what we say, it's the way we say and do things to others, and this can get them up the wrong way. So just trying to be more understanding and empathetic, and of course Sun being in Pisces, which is mutable, water energy can help us do this, but because it's mutable we can switch and change a lot, so people can switch moods and temperament and be emotional and intense, so just watch out for that. The Sun also makes a conjunction to Neptune, so Neptune rules Pisces, so it's like a double dose of all the negatives I just mentioned, but it really helps us be more intuitive and explore ourselves on the spiritual and personal levels. We can feel more in tune with the mystical realms, our emotions, other people's feelings and all of that as well. It encourages us to have more empathy and seek deeper connections with others and ourselves. It supports us in exploring our subconscious mind and uncovering truths and facing hard truths we may not want to face up to as well. It increases our awareness and openness positively to just being more loving and healing and just open to new ways, and maybe researching mystical and spiritual practices, even if we're more logical as well. but we just have to watch out for getting lost in fantasy, as the lines between reality and illusion can be hard. We want to be tricked right now with this energy as well, and the negative end of it. So, we need to try and keep a firm grip on reality and make the use of the transformative potential as well. So yeah, all in all, these two unique and powerful energies have positive and challenging consequences. The sun set style to Mars helps us to go after our goals and be more assertive and confident, and it empowers us to overcome obstacles and make things happen. So just good for, doing those things we've been putting off and saying them things we need to say. Yes, conflict may come. I did say avoid conflict, but ultimately, whatever comes up now is trying to get our attention to the things we need to heal and change, or even praise ourselves for in our lives as well, because it's not all negative. It opens us up to being more imaginative, intuitive, creative and spiritual, and having more empathy and compassion for ourselves, and just nurturing ourselves and others in a non-toxic and grounded and profound way. And it just invites us to just dig into our emotions and repressions, and secrets can come out because it's 12 hours. The things we can keep hidden from ourselves, the self-undoings, the self-sabotaging things that we do can come to our attention right now, and it can be hard to face our shadows, especially the shadows of our subconscious mind and repressed feelings and thoughts and suffering and pain. But these energies of the sun's conjunction to Neptune supports healing on the highest levels if we are open to it. So also at the time of the sun going into Pisces this year, there's a stellium between the moon, Jupiter and Uranus, which are all in the constellation of Aries right now. So a stellium in astrology is often rare and powerful because it means 3 or more planets being in the same zodiac sign, degree, orb or house, and in this case it's the moon, Jupiter and Uranus. So this supports us being more fiery, bringing that dynamic energy, making us more enthusiastic and spontaneous, wanting us to sort of like try new things, open our minds, have more passion, be more optimistic and original in our self-expression and the way we do things right now as well. So this energy supports us in taking bold actions and just embracing more adventure into our life. But again, we just have to watch out for being reckless and impulsive actions as well. And because this can create a contrasting dynamic, and the watery and sensitive nature of Pisces may be challenged by the fiery energy of this stellium, with all of them being in Aries, this can make us feel overwhelmed and have inner conflict as well. But if we can push past, deal with our pain, what comes up now, and tap into that creativity that can just heal us on so many levels, or make us do great creative works, whether it's writing, drawing, singing, dancing, whatever it is, you can do some of your best work, even if it's completing a level on your favourite game. So yeah, it just allows us to just be more self-reflective, and we just have to watch out for that constant need for action. As I said, it can make us restless and have a conflict between a need for peace and quiet, and being more extroverted and out there, which Aries energy can call for us to do. So we just have to watch out for taking on too much, and remember that balance and moderation is key priority right now as well, and just to do things that nurture your mind, body and soul in healthy ways and helps you remain balanced as these conflicting energies go on and the chaos of life continues. So yeah, that's the end of the short version. Now I'm going to go deeper into the layers of the transiting sun in Pisces and all its different meanings, from the astrological on the deeper level, practical, the worldly, materialistic, social, spiritual and esoteric and symbolic meanings, as well as the karma and how it affects our career and educational growth and development on the deeper level, and also the best things for us to do with this energy as well. So So astrologically, as I said, it can increase our intuition, make us more sensitive. It can be like having an internal GPS guide that guides us through life's twists and turns. We can find ourselves picking up more and subtle energies and vibes that others may miss or we may have missed before. We can just be more open to being creative and using our imagination to think outside the box, dream big. If we've been feeling like stuck or uninspired, sometimes life can be repetitive with the same routine. This energy can just make us breathe life again into our projects and ideas and work. Yeah, we may not be able to change our jobs and our circumstances, but how we view them, how we respond, how we use our mind to overcome them and think about them, we can change. We're in control of that. Yeah, we can battle with psychological illnesses and stuff, and this can make it harder for us, and we're all on the spectrum of mental illness somewhere. And as someone who's battled with it all my life, I understand it can be hard sometimes to be open to new things, but I believe if you just go at your own pace, you can overcome. So this energy allows us and reminds us of the importance of connecting with our spiritual side, of being optimistic, of being open to healing ourselves and taking the time to get back up after each fall in our attempts of self-love and forgiveness and understanding and management. So, this energy reminds us that it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, but it's important to take time out to understand ourselves and commit to our being reflective on our experiences and learning from our lessons. And we do this by, taking the time to heal, although naturally we can find it easier to run away from the truth and our pain because it can be hard to face. So this energy spiritually wants us to connect with our higher self and create a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of the universe, but also the different aspects of ourselves, the emotional side of ourselves, the psychological side of ourselves, the spiritual, more higher thinking side of ourselves, So this energy reminds us of the importance of surrendering and letting go and being open to new things and facing that truth. Politically, politicians and those in governments can be more compassionate now and do things to support causes and implement policies that promote equality and social justice as well. So we can see some positive change in that area. And at this time, as I said, it's important to let go, like the fish that swim downstream and flow with the currents of life. We have to try and allow things to unfold naturally. Sometimes we may be like, oh, this person, they overcome their drug addiction in 1 year, it's taken me longer, I'm going to give up. No, we all go at our different paces and we all got different addictions and root causes, even though we have similarities, but the ways we got to our negative behaviours and toxic ways of relating to ourselves and others and having toxic thoughts will be sort of like different. So this energy wants us to tap into the depths of our soul, using art to do so as well. Emotionally, as I said, it just wants us to connect deeper with ourselves and others, and we may find ourselves just experiencing a whole wide range of feelings, sometimes from hour to hour. And all of this, what happens is ultimately trying to get us more in touch with our inner world so we can give ourselves the space needed for self-care and understanding. So instead of running away, it's important to honour and deal with these emotions and just allow yourself to understand yourself and care for yourself and nurture for yourself. So on the karmic level, when the sun's in Pisces, and because Pisces is a water sign, as I said, and it represents deep emotional connection and spiritual growth, so the karma or the themes in our life experiences, obstacles and challenges and all the things in between right now can revolve around compassion and empathy. It wants us to sort of like learn the art of selflessness and unconditional love, and this doesn't mean giving love. I was listening to a podcast of mine, the host had a beautiful way of putting it. unconditional love doesn't mean love under any condition. So that doesn't mean, because we can love someone unconditionally, but that doesn't mean we have to have them in a space disrupting our peace, you know. If they do that and they take away even our ability to even feel love for them, let alone unconditional love, we have to rethink, you know. This doesn't mean giving up and cutting people loose easily, you know. You can still be loyal and all the rest of it, but we also have to be realistic as well, especially with ourselves. And if we are selfish as people as well, ultimately it comes from being let down, maybe by our primary caregivers, our mum or dad, or primary parents and stuff, our friends and family and lovers. So, you know, we don't normally get to this state of cutting ourselves off from love and being open and aware, you know, all at once. It's normally a process over, you know, years, like our childhood or early adulthood and stuff. So this energy and the karmic path wants us to be more kind and generous to ourselves and others, and to, you know, focus on developing ourselves spiritually, psychologically and emotionally, and to just be open to more healing and take care of the needs of others, but not fall into people pleasing or going the other end and being just narcissistic to the extreme and not caring about others at all. You know, we all have narcissistic traits. Caring about ourselves is not negative, but if we care about ourselves by taking advantage of others, this is when it becomes a problem. Ultimately, on the higher level, this energy reminds us of the importance of growing in compassion and self-forgiveness and letting go of shame and guilt, and, you know, caring for others and loving others in non-toxic ways. And this means not letting other people abuse us. So thinking about the ways we allow others to abuse us, the way we abuse ourselves, and getting to the root cause of why we may lack compassion. So lifetimes, we may dream about lifetimes or lessons around how we lack compassion or seek too much external validation and compassion from others and services, and what happens when we can't get that high off that drug or food or drink, that alcohol that we're addicted to. So healthy ways of meeting our needs as well. On the karmic level, we can be subconsciously drawn to things that make us think of how we can just become more loving and caring to ourselves. In terms of relationships now, on the family level, it can bring more empathy into our relationships and encourage us being more supportive and understanding. It can repair relationships and conflicts as well, and strengthen the bonds as well between us. But negatively, it can make us not understand each other, because we can just shut ourselves down from being emotional. We can just be overwhelmed as well. In terms of friendships, again, we can have more meaningful conversations and understand each other more as well. But negatively, again, it can make us unrealistic and idealistic in our friendships as well. In terms of our co-worker relationships, we can work together more easier with this energy, but we can blur the lines between professional and personal life, and this can open us up to dilemmas such as we may sleep with a co-worker or something like that drastic, but we may overstep a line, so we just have to watch out for that as well. But positively, it can help us things go easier in the workplace, and that's always good, or on any creative projects or other ventures you're working on at the moment. In our committed relationships, it allows us to connect more on the deeper levels and be more vulnerable with each other and understanding and work through our emotional pains together as well. But negatively, can make us more insecure and escape together into intoxicating substances, or we can overstep other people's boundaries as well. So we just have to try and make sure we gain consent, and we try and use this to seek help in our relationships, repair conflicts, rather than dig deeper into our relationship trauma and addictions as well, and seek out any help to do so. As I said, in terms of hookup relationships, the same applies again. Yeah, they can be more passionate positively, and we can have more spontaneous experiences, but we can have unrealistic expectations, and we can, just be confused about the nature of the relationship. So at this time, people may say, oh, they want a committed relationship just to get what they want, but they may not be telling the truth, or just other sort of lies, and we may want to ignore the red flags as well at this time, or find it easier just not caring about manipulating other people, because the sun was our ego and stuff. So on the negative end we can just be selfish. So it's important to communicate openly, be honest, to make sure everyone's on the same page. But if you do make mistakes, apologise. And this doesn't mean just do what you want and apologise later. This just means if you do make a mistake unintentionally, make sure you just say, yeah, I messed up, rather than lying. So in terms of career development, it encourages us to be more intuitive, imaginative. It can make us more creative and innovative as well, allowing new ideas to flourish and to really take off as well. It allows us to really trust our instincts and follow our passions. And spiritually, as I said, it allows us to become more spiritually aware and gain a deeper understanding of our beliefs and values. What is it you really stand for? Are your values and beliefs the culture and the things that you do based on your own sort of analysis as an adult of your experiences, or what other people expect of you? This energy wants us to create a sense of unity and oneness within ourselves, and then with the universe and others, so we can get to this state through self-reflection, journaling, meditation, yoga, or other forms of spiritual exploration. And it's not going to all come at once. There's levels and levels and levels. We're always becoming, we're always growing, because we got loads of crap on the emotional, spiritual and psychological lessons that we need to heal. So it's a journey, don't rush it, believe me, take your time. So in terms of personal development, it wants us to nurture ourselves and just create a stronger connection with ourselves and others, and just be more committed and open to alternative ways of healing our pain that are not toxic, and not feeling shame for any addictive things that you do now, knowing that all humans make mistakes. We've all got one addiction or another, and this is not to water down or limit the impact of your addiction in your life, but just to make you know that you're not alone, and you can always become a better, or the you always really want to be, beyond that fear and shame and guilt and low self-esteem or anything else that's blocking you being the best you. So this energy encourages a holistic approach to learning new things on the educational level and seeking out knowledge as well. It allows us to have more empathy, so we may connect with others who are learning new things as well, and seeking out different perspectives and different cultures, are just open to newness. This can help us just sort of connect with others on that more open level. So now I'm just going to finish up with the best things for creatives, professionals, entrepreneurs and alternative healers and lovers to do when the sun is transiting in Pisces. So it's a great energy for us to explore new artistic sort of avenues, expressions as well, and do things that stimulate our imagination and allow yourself to express your inner emotion. So whether it's through painting, poetry, or listening to music, creating music, this is a time to let your creativity flow, experiment with different mediums, and let whatever you create now heal you and others. Pisces energy really allows us to tap into the deeper levels of inspiration that comes when we let ourselves go, and we can create unique and soulful pieces of art or music or whatever. Professionals can use this energy to have more empathy in their work, and this can help you get on better with clients or co-workers right now as well, and your intuition can help you overcome any problems that come up and align with your sort of higher purpose in terms of your career goals as well. Entrepreneurs can use this to infuse their businesses with compassion and intuition, and maybe incorporate more elements of social responsibility into their business model, and maybe aligning their values or implementing more sustainable practices into the way you go about your business as well. And you can also use this energy to connect with your clients on a deeper level and understand the needs needs of your audience more as well, so you can tailor your products or services to their needs. Alternative healers should use this energy to explore their emotions and intuition and offer therapies and engage in therapies yourself that promote relaxation, meditation and energy healing, which can help you and your clients find balance and connect with your inner self and your inner child. It's a time for, nurturing your body holistically right now. So for lovers, the best things for you to do is, as I said, say your dreams and deep desires with each other, have deep conversations, communicate more openly and be more vulnerable, so you can create a stronger bond and understanding in your relationship. Create art, dance together, tap into the ethereal energy of Pisces. You can also, just do things that promote relaxation in your relationship as well, and a sense of tranquility. And some of you may find peace in water related activities, having a bath together, spending time near large bodies of water, swimming in water, taking long walks along the beach, and just anything else that brings you a sense of peace and rejuvenation. So yeah, that's the end of this in-depth analysis of what to do when the sun is transiting in Pisces. Take care and see you next time.